Half of these they're not scared to talk about Jay-Z, but their own morality lies in them condemning Jay-Z. When Jay-Z has given you an opportunity and helped your life, when you speak out about his actions back then, you almost indict yourself because you wouldn't be where you are if it wasn't for Jay-Z.
DJ Akademiks explains why what's happening to Diddy will not happen to Jay-Z. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Olize. Don't forget to subscribe. So, DJ Akademiks has an interesting theory how Jay-Z has a business structure and way of doing things which would prevent him from getting in the same legal issues as Diddy. As you know, Dame Dash has always stated that Jay-Z has been making moves behind the scenes to stop him from making money over the years. He even states there's people in positions that stop him from doing that, such as Steve Stout and Leo Cohen. I'll let the man say it himself. Check out the clip.
And when someone messes up 50 grand of your money, you probably talk about it. Can you imagine a man messing up 40 million when he messes up my Rockaware deal? Because he wants to make an announcement that he's no longer a part of Rockaware, but the minute, because he devalued the company, that I sell my interest to invest in Rachel Roy, he comes back to the company. Like, that was $40 million that I was gonna get paid. I don't see why, like if I could get in front of Jay right now, there'd be some questions I would ask. I talk about a lot of things, but this in particular, this dude's with my money, intentionally. And he has a whole crew of people that go to funny parties that with me too, like a Steve Stout, a Leo Cohen, you know, those kind of guys. And I know that for everybody that defends homeboy at the barbershop and been arguing on his behalf, y'all looking shaky right now. So of course you're gonna say something. So that's why a Steve Stout has to go and wave a flag for another cat, because he's been the biggest promoter of that cat. And if that cat isn't exactly what he says he is, then he's gonna look like a...
Yeah, fam. So Dame feels they are blocking him on purpose. And like I said, Akademiks was on the live stream and he was speaking about Jay-Z's business structure and tactics, which should protect him from any type of issues that Diddy's going through. Check it out.
I realize this, I won't tell you who I learned this from. One of the coldest games you could do is as you get up in power, you hire everyone below you to protect you when shit like this happens. Jay-Z has done such a thing. Half of these they're not scared to talk about Jay-Z, but their own morality lies in them condemning Jay-Z. When Jay-Z has given you an opportunity and helped your life, when you speak out about his actions back then, you almost indict yourself because you wouldn't be where you are if it wasn't for Jay-Z. I don't see Elliott Wilson posting all this Jay-Z shit. It ain't gonna happen. I don't see half of these who Jay-Z has helped put in positions, and I'm talking about even executives, willing to even indulge or even acknowledge this. Why? Jay-Z has done a great job, unlike Diddy, of, as he rose, whether it's through Roc Nation, Tidal, Deuce ambassadors, or otherwise, put people as buffers that if you ever try to come for him, they get at you. Do you understand? And essentially, that's been a play that I think he's been good with. That's why people like Jaguar Wright is frustrated, because not only does the culture look at him favorably, the people who do have a voice won't talk about him or won't even entertain it. They entertain a lot of Diddy before they entertain with him. That's just a fact.
Yeah, it's an interesting theory. We've heard it before, but it's also a good tactic, because as we've seen multiple times, someone like Steve Stout keeps mentioning Dame Dash and not really in a good light. Recently he's been speaking about how Dame was running from him and Dame Dash is in a sad state. I mean, it makes sense because Dame did once slap Steve Stout in the face in front of a whole bunch of people. A man's not gonna forget that type of thing. And Leo famously went on Breakfast Club and said he doesn't know who Dame Dash is. This is a man that they made millions together, who's a pillar in hip-hop. But to be fair to Leo Cohen, it's not like Dame Dash hasn't been bashing him over the years. But you can see what Dame means. If you try and get at Jay, he sends one of his enforcers in high positions to discredit you. And Akademiks is basically saying how if Diddy had put people in positions around him in big executive positions, his current situation maybe would not be happening. He wasn't as strategic as Jay-Z. And that's why he believes Jay-Z is less likely to be dragged through the system like Diddy is. Well, I can't believe in the last several decades Diddy hasn't got people in positions just like Jay, but it speaks very loud that nobody is coming out and speaking positively about Diddy after all these accusations. So clearly the way Diddy has treated people over the years hasn't been as good as Jay has. But is Jay-Z next? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But you know what? I want to know what you think. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.